I don't know about you guys, but I can only survive if I get to make thousands of insider trades. In fact, a good number to start with would be 3,700. It's 40 trades per day, every day for 90 days. And presumably, I'd be trading in stocks of companies that would have business with maybe the United States government. And those departments in the government are run by the very same man who seemingly runs the United States government. That is the guy making those trades. Donald Trump is making very, very suspicious trades. And if I made 40 stock trades a day at my office in companies that my office was negotiating with, I'd be unemployed by lunch. And if I made these trades in a publicly traded company, and then I went on social media and told my followers what a great company it is right after I bought it, I'd be in a federal building wearing a bureau-issued jumpsuit. Yet the President of the United States, the notorious PIG himself, has been buying and selling at a rate that Matthew Tuttle of Tuttle Capital Management says looks like a hedge fund with a massive algo trades. And Tuttle has spent his entire career on Wall Street, and he used the word insane to describe Donald Trump's trading. 3,642 trades in just 3 months, the first 3 months of 2026. Between $220 million up to $750 million in volume. And we don't know the exact figure because the disclosure forms, they allow you to list a range, not totals. But we do know the names of who Donald Trump traded. He bought at least $1 million in Nvidia, Oracle, Microsoft, Boeing, Costco. He bought Palantir at least 7 separate times in March. And then on April 10th, he goes on Truth Social and writes, quote, Palantir Technologies has proven to have great warfighting capabilities and equipment. Just ask our enemies. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. He bought the stock, then he pumped the stock on a platform that he owns, in a job where he gets to announce the chip export rules and the defense contracts. And Eric Trump, who also is allegedly in on all this insider trading, offered this defense. His dad is in a, quote, blind trust managed by the kids. Of course, it's the same kids who run the businesses, the same kids who travel with Trump, the same kids who are sitting on boards of the contractors that we do deals with. It's not exactly a blind trust, is it, Eric? And J.D. Vance, he's being paraded out there to defend this crap. And you've got to hear this one because it's like highlight reel quality. J.D. Vance said, the president doesn't sit at the Oval Office on his computer, on his like Robinhood account, buying and selling stocks. That's absurd. He has independent wealth advisors who manage his money. He's a wealthy person. He has had success in business. J.D. Vance's excuse is that the president is too rich to do the crimes for himself, allegedly. He has people to do that for him, allegedly. That is the actual White House, the actual vice presidential position on this. We have lowered the bar so far that the vice president, J.D. Vance, can say with a straight face, look, your president's a billionaire. Of course he hires someone else to do insider trading for him. What are you, poor? And by the way, this is a MAGA-wide issue. Back on May 14th, the same day of Trump's stock disclosure, a year-old clip of Mike Johnson went viral. Yeah, that clip was actually from 2025. And that's when the Speaker of the House is asked about a bipartisan effort to ban members of Congress from trading stocks. Johnson does say he's in favor of the ban, great. But then he delivers an all-time classic line. The counter-argument.
The other side of it, some people say, well, look, the salary of Congress has been frozen since 2009. When you adjust for inflation, a member of Congress today is making 31% less than they made in that year. So the counter-argument is, and I have some sympathy, look, at least let them engage in some stock trading so that they can continue to, take care of their family. But I understand people that have misgivings about that, so we'll see where it lands.
Quote, the counter argument is, look, at least let them engage in some stock trading so they can continue to take care of their family. Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House, his salary is something like $223,000 a year, is asking you, the person making what, 50 grand, working 1.5 jobs, he's asking you to feel sorry for Congress because they've got to support a family on $174,000 a year. They've got to take care of their family by trading stocks as a legislature about companies they regulate, just so they can put food on their family's table. Brings a tear to your eye. Hell, even Jim Cramer, who spent 30 years selling Wall Street to the home gamer on basic cable, was struck speechless by Trump's trade volume. Jim Cramer, speechless. He's never speechless. He hits a buzzer and yells booyah for a guest if they ask about price to earnings ratios. Now you have Jim Cramer, the canary in the coal mine, for so much corruption that even he's uncomfortable. Now, I will say there is a bipartisan bill called the Restore Trust in Congress Act that would ban members of Congress from trading individual stocks. And this bill would extend that ban to the president, vice president, Supreme Court justices across the board. And polls show that this is popular. 72% of Americans support it. 77% of Republicans. Even more than the 73% Democrats. 71% of independents back this. It sounds at least like the single most popular policy in American public life, and yet your Congress will not vote on it. Why? Because the same people who would be banned are the ones who are deciding whether or not they get to take the vote. Look, every president since LBJ in 1963 put their assets in a blind trust. Jimmy Carter sold his peanut farm. He literally sold the farm so that no one could accuse him of corruption. And then Trumpty Dumpty over there, he's not even bothering. He's running an account through his children in companies that he controls the levers of while pumping stocks on social media on a platform he owns. And the vice president says the only reason you don't trust Trump is because you're not rich enough to understand his wealth. And I'm asking you guys to do me a favor. Keep interacting with stories like this. Share it, comment, all of it. Because the financial disclosures, they're public. The stock symbols are right there in the filings. And yet somebody has to read them out loud. And that's what we're going to keep doing.
They called it closed, filed away, forgotten. But some truths don't stay buried. Time doesn't erase guilt. A reckoning is always just around the corner. A death in Arcadia. Justice has a long memory.